When you were having those early conversations, deciding like, okay, what are the actual pain points here? What were some of those that you guys came upon that you started to innovate for?
So the really big thing in the early days was speed, right? So right now the research process, if you use humans for the whole process, which most brands do, it takes about 4 to 8 weeks to get from I have a problem, I have an information gap, and then I now have the insight to go and act on that. For us, that takes about 24 to 48 hours, and that was a step 2 process. Like we started out, like I was saying, with Tesco and Diageo, and we were able to turn around data in kind of 7 to 10 days just because we had 3 engineers who were nerds and wanted to automate things and didn't want to take lots of time, and they were like, don't worry about that panel thing. You guys can deliver insight in 7 to 10 days. That's amazing. Double down on that. So yeah, really stepping up the automation and then stepping up the AI was like the early innovation to that speed.
And I think the speed is almost like the Trojan horse. Like speed gets us in the door with brands, but actually coming back to the idea that people are buying comfort, now there's a real drive to the quality of insight. And what that isn't, that's not just like the quality of the consumers who are giving their opinion, and it's actually like the first principles understanding of what is the original problem and then tying that to the insight at the end. Because I'm using a lot of analogies now, but the people want a 1/4-inch hole, not a 1/4-inch drill. So when someone comes to you with a problem, they don't care how you really get them there. So we, like 24 to 48 hours is exceptional. It's taken us years to get to that level of speed. But actually it's 24 to 48 hours too slow. People say, like, if you asked our clients now, they would say, I want to be in a meeting, get asked a question as to what should we do, and be able to pull the insight from what we already know. Like, there's so much research out there already. There's so much data out there already. The speed at which we can access and understand that data and then only run new research on where there is gaps, that's the way research has to go if it's going to have any chance of competing at the highest kind of decisions in these brands.
Yeah, and that's why there's lots of excitement around our retrieval engine, so that kind of secondary data analysis, knowledge management piece, because you don't need to wait to go and gather data and wait for the turnaround for those responses. You can just mine your existing data and get an answer to a question in that meeting with that stakeholder.
Right.